Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Talking Movies with D, and that's me. Today I'm going to review a movie that I've been curious about, not necessarily excited, but I've been curious about since I heard about it, and it's Keanu. It's written by Key and Peele, the guys who have the show on Comedy Central called Key and Peele, to do the sketch comedy, kind of trying to take the place of Dave Chappelle, I guess, or something like that. Uh, so basically, Keanu is about basically the cute cat on the poster, but it starts off Jordan Peele's character Rel basically finds this cat because of certain circumstances, but he's at his lowest point in life. Finds the cat, falls in love with it, and then sadly, his one day he's not home. The cat's stolen by some gangsters. Then they find out who the gangsters are. Go try to get the cat back from the gangsters, but they have to act like gangsters to do it. And since they're typically guys, since typically they act like white guys, according to them in the movie, they shouldn't pass off as gangsters. It's very out of their element, and that's really the premise of the movie. That's really the gist of it. It's all centered around that. And before I even get into my positives or negatives about the movie, the reason I was curious about the movie is because everybody, like a lot of people, like Key and Peele. I used to hear about it a lot, and probably still do a little bit now. But like I started watching them off of Hulu just cause, and a lot of their jokes are hit or miss for me. There are times where they do make me laugh, but most of the time I think they're kind of corny. I think they're intelligent comedy, but at the same time it's corny to where it's not funny. It's like I got what you were going for. It was very intelligent. I appreciated that part of it, but it didn't make me laugh because it wasn't funny, in my opinion. But a lot of people like them, so I was like, "Oh, let me check this movie out and see what it says." And here are my negatives for it to start off with. One of my negatives is I kind of already stated about their sketch comedy. Is a lot of the jokes didn't hit for me, and besides just a lot of the jokes not being funny, for me there were a lot of gaps in between their jokes. It wasn't even, there were even times where not even jokes were being made. It was just worrying about the story and trying to bring you into that aspect or the action. And it's like this is a movie coming from a comedic duo, their first movie out writing, and they're known for comedy. You would think it's bring laughs, constantly bring the laughs, and it wasn't. It's something like when the expectation for this movie would be a classic, a comedy classic, even if it's a small classic, it'll come out a lot of laughs. And for me, it had too many gaps for that. Next negative is they actually sustain a lot of disbelief in the movie. And the reason I say that is, for one, gangsters aren't that dumb to where you would believe these guys are gangsters or who you think they are, who they seem to be impersonating these out of town gangsters or whatever. You wouldn't believe it, and you would the situation they're in is like because I'm not laughing constantly or enjoying myself so much in a movie to even be like, oh, who cares? Is stood out. It's like, that's the cat ain't that cute for y'all, for all these people to care that much, or they wouldn't put you guys in this situation just meeting you, whatever. Stuff like that, I was like, okay, whatever. But if it was funnier, I would have been able to, well, who cares? And then the last thing is the movie kind of was inconsistent with its tone. It like that, it has its parts where it's being real campy. Even in the way it started off, I mean, when the movie started, I was like, oh yeah, I'm in. When it started, the way as always, I don't do spoilers, but the way it started with two characters that Key and Peele play, but there's not the characters that you see them through the whole movie. These are two other characters that you see a little bit. And the way it started, I busted out laughing and I'm like, okay, I'm in for a good ride with the first joke. And then it kind of, and I wouldn't say it went downhill. It just did that for me. It just was a wave. But anyway, it wasn't all bad. I do have positive stuff. One thing that was positive that you would expect from these two, because they've worked together so long, is their chemistry. They have great chemistry together, and as well as the other actors. I was really excited to see Tiffany. I'm gonna mess up her name. Tiffany something. Don't get me. Well, first one is Tiffany Haddish and Jason Mitchell. Tiffany Haddish is on the Carmichael show, and she does a show for what is it, for Tyrese and Rev Run right now, so I've seen her a little bit. So I was happy to, or even in the trailers, I was happy to see her in that. And then Jason Mitchell's the guy who played Eazy-E in Straight Outta Compton, so I was happy to see him and like Nia Long and a couple others in the movie as well. So I was excited to see them, and I think everybody did their part in making the movie. It was a decent movie. It wasn't great. It wasn't. I wouldn't say good, but it was a decent movie, or at least it wasn't good for me because their comedy's not for me. And the last thing I'm gonna say on positive is the movie's intelligent. It's a very and this is one thing I appreciate about Key and Peele. I just wish they made me laugh more. Is it's intelligent comedy, and the story is even though they actually sustained disbelief, you cared about what was going on. They had you hooked. I mean, I was interested in the movie. I wasn't necessarily bored. Yeah, I wasn't really like, oh, I want to get out of here during the movie. I actually cared about, okay, you guys did this. Now what you're gonna do next? And I was engaged in it. So they did a good job with that. I just wish it was funnier. But at the same time, I kind of give them a break because this is their first movie. They do sketch comedy, which isn't, all that for me anyway. But at the same time, this is their first movie they're writing in. They're both starring in it. And I think actually it wasn't too bad of a job to say they came out because there were a few times where I laughed hard. I mean, I said a lot of their jokes didn't hit, but there are a good number of jokes that I was laughing pretty hard in. And then the jokes that didn't hit for me because the theater wasn't full, but there was a good amount of people in there, probably 40% full, something like that. A lot of people around me were laughing. It was corny for me, but it might not be corny for you, and that's why I have to say that part is if you're a fan of Key and Peele, and this is how I think about it before I give my score, is if you're a fan of Key and Peele, you'll probably enjoy this movie a lot more than I did because you like their comedy. Me personally, their comedy's for me. Some stuff is corny, some stuff is real funny because there are funny moments in the movie. But besides that, let me get my score. Out of 10, I give this movie a 7. I definitely say it passes as a movie. Uh, I wouldn't tell anybody to run out and go see it though. So it's like grade school. You get a 70% that's passing. It passed for me. I'm not mad. I saw it. I actually enjoyed myself and had some good laughs. And anytime a laugh is good. So I'll give it a passing grade of a 7 out of 10. And if it comes on TV or if it's just on, I might even watch it. And the cat's cute. A couple good jokes, made me laugh, stuff to think about. And they got people in it I like, Method Man and stuff. All that's in there too. So, I forgot almost one positive. I almost forgot. I just remembered. This is a surprise cameo. I'm not gonna say who it is. This might make me look like a bad. This might make me sound like a bad person. But it's a surprise cameo in the movie, and something happens to this person that I enjoy because I don't like. I don't like them how they're portrayed in movies normally. So it's a person I don't really like. I'm just gonna say it right now. It's not Trump. So no, something didn't happen to Trump like it did in Brothers Grimm. But this is just a person I never really liked growing up as a kid, and so something happens to this person in the movie, and I got some chuckles out of it. That's another positive. I almost forgot about that. I know that kind of sounds bad, like dang, Jared just kind of messed up, but what can I say? Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. I've done what my last couple of, if you guys want to see any of my other reviews, I have Jungle Books up, what was that, Huntsman Winter War and Barbershop are all up. I'm gonna do something I don't normally do. If you're going to the movies this weekend or in the next few days, I guess throughout the week, if I had to choose, I would say instead of seeing Keanu, if you want laughs, see Barbershop. And if you haven't seen Jungle Book yet, out of all the movies I've reviewed recently, Jungle Book's the one you go see. You go Jungle Book, Barbershop, then Keanu, and if you want to go see Huntsman Winter's War, that's on you. I'm trying to help you out, save you money. Don't go see that. It's a waste of time. So out of our last 4, 3 of them are worth seeing. One I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't have seen Keanu in the theaters if I didn't go to movies a lot. But all the other ones, besides Winter's War, I definitely see in theaters. But that's all I got for you guys today. Please make sure to click that thumbs up button if you like the review. And also make sure, or I should say not like just like the review, but like the video. And also click that share button so you can get the word out, help a brother out, get the word out to your friends and family and all them other peoples. Also make sure you subscribe, and I'll get at you guys next time. Deuces, and I'm out.